Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to another episode of the Chocolate Sheikh. I am the Chocolate Sheikh, and inshallah today I want to deal with the idea of accepting things as they are. Now, that is harder to do than, of course, making a statement about it. But I've learned in my life, the faster young men and young women learn to accept things as they are, the better you make your life. When you accept things as they are and not as you are, or when we accept them as they are as opposed to accepting them as we are, then you put yourself in a situation where you have less pain, you have less suffering from this world. Accepting things as they are means that you'll have to learn to find mechanisms either within yourself, or you have to reach without, again, go to those great divines, right? The spiritual masters. And you have to find techniques and mechanisms by which you can extract techniques to better learn to bring down your own ego, right? To unmask yourself, take off the mask that we wear every day, right? Going back to the last video, the persona that the psychoanalysts always speak about. Learn how to demask and see things just as they are. The great Buddha and others have told us that when we do this, what we end up doing for ourselves is pushing away the pain and the suffering. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that you need some pain in your life. Right? We need to suffer, because with that pain and suffering, you learn certain lessons. So we're not talking about living a life where you escape all pain and all suffering, right? Because we know that's not possible. This is not the Jannah, as we say in Al-Islam, right? This world is not the paradise. This world is what it is. This world is up and down, in and out. This world is hard. This world is soft. Right? This world is hot, and this world is cold. And that's fine. The great creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, created the world that way. And why? He created it that way to make us better. We learn from suffering and we learn from pain. However, there is a degree, like with everything is in degrees, right? There is a degree of pain and a degree of suffering that we ought not go through. You ought not take yourself through. Again, in my religious tradition, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, on him be peace, was reported to have said that the wise man is the man who learns from other people's mistakes, right? The wise man is the man who learns from other people's mistakes, right? You don't have to learn everything by bumping your head. We don't have to learn everything by driving 60 miles per hour into a concrete wall. We don't have to learn that fire is hot by touching fire. All you have to do is see one of your siblings stick their hand in the fire and get burned when you're a child. And say, oh, and you see him jump and holler and scream and right? To know that, oh, I'm not doing that. Or somebody that sticks something into a socket, right? When we were children, and you see your child stick something into the socket, and pow, you blow out all the socketry and the circuitry in the house, and the kid is on the floor from the blowback of being electrocuted. I didn't have to learn. I didn't have to stick anything in the plug after I saw that happen to my brother. That was all I needed to see. So this is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa was trying to say. That is our Holy Prophet Muhammad, the Messenger of Allah, was trying to say, on him be peace. So we don't have to learn by banging our heads against the wall. We can actually learn by watching other people make their mistakes. And the Prophet said that makes us the wise ones. So today I want to take a moment out because of some things that's happened in my own life and things that are happening to my loved ones. And it is a sorry thing to see that we allow ourselves to suffer simply because we're not looking at the world as it is. Right? We want to make it what we want it to be. And the whole while that we're doing that, we're suffering. So I just wanted to take a moment out today to give that little message because of some things that I'm experiencing with my own loved ones. And now that I'm a older guy with this white beard, we start to get to the point where we say, oh, I know what that is. Hey, that's unnecessary suffering. Right? That's just some unnecessary suffering. Sometimes we have to go through it, and sometimes you don't. You just take yourself through it, or you allow others to take you through it, right? Okay, so to avoid what I'm talking about in the unnecessary suffering and having pain come to your life, we have to learn to see things as they are, right? And the way that you see things as they are is you have to look at your own persona, your own mask, and tell yourself, okay, I have to unmask now. I have to make sure that the vision that I'm using is clear. I have to subdue my own ego, right? And try my best to look at this situation and put it right where it needs to be so that I reduce unnecessary pain and suffering. And as I said in the last video, what we'll find when we do that, when we start to look at things as they are and not as we are, then you'll find that most times things are not as serious as you think they are. They're not as frightening and scary as we think they are. And we're better able to wrap our minds around it, right? And get a grasp of it, get a grip on it. And a situation that looks like it's so heavy, it's just such a burden, all of a sudden, it's not a burden at all. And then again, you reduce the suffering. You're able to look at a situation, even if you feel like you have love for it, or you are attached to it in some way, where you feel like that attachment is a real attachment. When you're able to say, wait a minute, let me push back a little bit, or let me try to, cut the ties to this situation or this person or this thing, then we find out by having just a little detachment, right? A little healthy detachment, you're able to see things as they really are and reduce your own personal suffering and your own pain. Right? So that's my message for today. I pray that you're able to take it and benefit yourself with it. And if you like what I said, please do myself a favor and like the episode as you look at it. And please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you very much. I pray that you have a very good day. I love you, and peace.